Hi there, my name is Caitlin and I'm a teaching artist at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to show you how to make a rainstick, which looks and sounds like this.
Before we get started, what are rainsticks? Rainsticks are a type of percussion instrument that make the sound of rainfall or can be shaken to sound like maracas. They have been around since ancient times and are traditionally made from dry cactus tubes and filled with tiny pebbles or dry beans. Be sure to listen to the sound they make.
Now I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade rainstick. So here's my finished product here. And I'm going to show you how to make your own step by step. So we've got our cardboard tube, which I am using the tube from a roll of paper towels. And you have your 2 sheets of aluminum foil. So you're going to take both of those sheets and you are going to crunch them into a large spiral or a long spiral like this. Then you're going to take each of these spirals and you are going to coil it so that it looks like a spring. See the shape? So I'm going to show you how I did that. I actually used my scissors to coil around so that I had a really symmetrical coil. So it's even all the way up. And then you slide it off your scissors and you've got your coil. So you're going to take both your coils and you're going to put them inside the paper tube. And it's okay if it kind of overlaps inside there, okay? That is so that the rice or the dry beans, whichever you're using, you can even use small plastic beads, has something to hit inside the tube rather than the rice or the beans just sliding from one end to the other. That's what creates that rain sound or that effect of it coming down the tube rather than just shifting from one side to the other. The rice or the beans is going to hit your coils inside the tube. Next, you're going to take your circles we have here, and what you're going to do is you're going to, I just traced the edge of my tube around in the center of our circle. So you see how our circle is larger than our tube? You're going to trace the edge of the tube around the bottom, and then you're going to take your scissors, and I've got this one already pre-cut just to show you, and you're just going to cut maybe 1/4 of an inch into the circle up to the point where you've traced it, and you're going to create what looks like a little cap, because it's going to cap the end of your tube. And I'm using cardstock because it's nice and strong. You can use construction paper. You could, if you want, just use 2 pieces of tape and make sure that the sticky sides are taped together, and then you can tape that across the edge of your tube. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but I think this is a really strong structure that'll last. So now that you've got your fold, so you can see the flaps here, that will help you to create that cylindrical shape. And you're going to put that on the edge of your cap. And you can use glue here if you want. You can use hot glue, or a glue stick will hold the paper just fine. I actually just use little pieces of Scotch tape and tape it all the way around my cap, so you can see how those folds where the paper was cut just fits right on the end. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side, and you're going to stick the other cap on the other end, just like that. So for mine, I then used some duct tape to really adhere the ends of my stick. You certainly do not have to. You can just use Scotch tape, that will hold just fine. But remember to put your rice or your dried beans or the small plastic beads, whatever you end up using, before you put your other cap on. So we've got our first cap, make sure you put your material inside the tube. I did make mine the first time and forgot to put my rice or my dry beans inside, and it doesn't make the sound that we want. So make sure you put that in there. I used about 1/2 cup of rice. It doesn't have to be an exact measurement. You certainly don't want to fill the tube by any means. So I just used about 1/2 cup to 1/4 cup of rice. So I filled my tube to about that much at the bottom. And then you're going to cap both ends, seal it up, And now that you have both ends secure, you can decorate it any way you want. I wrapped mine in construction paper and I drew raindrops on it and I glued little rhinestones to it using my hot glue gun. You can decorate your rain stick however you want to. Just make sure that when you are decorating it, that you have already sealed your caps, or of course you can decorate before you put in your rice. Be sure to post your instrument creations on our Facebook page, School Time at the Van Wezel, #ArtworksAnywhere. Thanks so much and we'll see you next time.